This is Shannon and David over at Red Pegasus Comics, and we're going to go over some of David's favorite comics and see how he tells you what's so awesome about them.
And yeah, as she said, we're out at Red Pegasus. I apologize, we changed the topic a little bit, minor behind the scenes hiccup, but we're at this great store, and I was just going to go over a couple of graphic novels here that I know I've enjoyed and all of that. You have to, or Shannon will have to smack me around and I'm like, ooh, comic books. But like I was telling her just a moment ago, this Afterlife with Archie is a lot of fun because, well,
Because that light is right there, just coming
okay.
over this way. Thank you.
Great to have a cramble woman about. But it's fun because it's the characters stay in character, but yet they're heavier because well, they're dealing with zombies and death, so it's a lot more dramatic. So it's kind of an interesting sort of twist, and Archie's been doing a lot of interesting twists. If you've seen the show Riverdale, shoot, that's not like the original old comics that your grandpappy or grandmom used to grow up with. Also, I saw another one that I will admit I had trouble getting into at first because Neil Gaiman wrote a great Alice Cooper book called The Last Temptation, and that was awesome. But this one isn't bad as well. It's just the reason that took me a little bit is because they have a lot going on. They try to balance the difference, him being this nightmare god and him being the rock icon that he is. So there's a lot going on. But once you just deep dive into that madness, so it's pretty enjoyable, and the art's pretty slick too. So, and then gotta be nice to put this all back.
Good proper etiquette.
Yes. One that I've been super enjoying that was originally a cartoon that Warner Brothers Animation released. This is kind of the backstory and the additional story and all that. It's Justice League God and Monsters, where it's about alternate versions of the core of the Justice League. Wonder Woman is actually from one of the new gods. Batman is actually Man-Bat and is a vampire. And with Superman, which I think is the most inspired, is that when they were sending him to Earth, they had to send him gestating as an embryo. And they had put in Superman's mom DNA, but before his dad could put in his General Zod found out that it was happening, so he put his DNA. So this Superman's part Zor-El and General Zod.
So he even looks kind of like General Zod too.
Yeah. And what's interesting though, the reason why he doesn't succumb to General Zod is he does land with farmers, but they're migrant workers. So and they never explicitly say it, but it's heavily implied that he has a very strong Roman Catholic background. But also sometimes you kind of get a feel that he's kind of Old Testament because he's all about just, destroying bad guys. Because if you're bad, you get the hammer. So as you see, I went on and on about it because the cartoon is great, the stories are great. It's a really fun story. One thing I wanted to point out that I haven't picked up yet, but I really want to, is Barbarella. Because it's just great to read those old European comics. Fortunately, I can't pronounce the name, but there's that movie coming out, The City of 1,000 Planets.